I have been using the iOS 27 developer beta on my iPhone 17 here for a week now. I've been kind of acclimated with the new Siri AI stuff and all the things that are coming along. And I've got some thoughts on it that were initially a little bit different from a week ago when they announced all this. Let me explain. But if you're new here, my name is Alex, and here we talk about all things technology and Apple especially, and AI and things like that, but we try to be sensible. We try not to jump on the hype. We try to capture the hype, see what it's all about, but also be sensible in our consuming and our purchasing habits. So if that sounds good to you, be sure to subscribe down below. Okay, so a week ago, I got the developer beta on my iPhone 17, and I made a video talking about how the 17 was no longer recommended by me because it's not getting all the latest AI features. It has that ceiling that we're seeing that it's really kind of capped out of the gate. Like anything new that's going to come to it from an AI processing standpoint is likely just going to get skipped and added to the Pros and the newer phones, stuff like that. You can go check that video out up in the corner, whichever corner that is. That's not the point of this video. I've been running the beta and running the new Siri AI as much as I possibly can on this. And for all intents and purposes, it is basically the same thing as the Pros right now. In the future, 6 months, a year from now, it probably will not be, but right now it's very much similar, the same thing. And I have to say, I actually like it. I really do like it. In fact, Siri AI has earned herself an icon on my home screen right there, as you can see. And so I do genuinely like it. And I'm somebody that uses Gemini quite often. I've used ChatGPT. I switched away from them. I went to Gemini because it just made life easier. I, like most people, have probably gotten a little too accustomed to AI in my life when it comes to just quick queries, brainstorming, creative stuff, even for YouTube, helping me to like brainstorm content ideas and captions and stuff like that. And don't get me wrong, I don't just copy and paste. I'm not saying copy and paste AI stuff, like you have to rewrite and proofread in your own words. But the point is, AI has become a very useful tool in my life specifically. And the one thing that I've always been bothered by is the privacy, because Google doesn't exactly have a great track record when it comes to privacy. And because Gemini is a Google product, you know where that's going. You know, if it's a free to use thing, you are the product. And I have paid for Gemini in the past, but I've scaled it back and now I don't pay for it at all. And so I've always struggled with that. And so the fact that Siri AI runs everything locally on device and then only uses their private cloud compute to kind of communicate with Apple's servers I don't want to say randomly, they assign you a random token is basically what happens. And so they don't even know who's asking. They don't know your data. They can't read any of that. And it can be verified by third-party independent analysts. All that to say is this is about the most secure AI experience you're going to get. And it's really darn good. It's not like you're compromising. Like the AI Siri has been fantastic for just random queries, random questions, all that kind of stuff. And I've really genuinely enjoyed that. You know, to have it fully baked in and it finally finished indexing, you know, my settings and everything inside the phone finished indexing after almost a week, where Siri's basically coming through all my messages and all my emails and everything, my entire Apple life, which admittedly is a little bit sketchy. I'm not sure how I feel about that just yet. The fact that everything stays locally on device, I'm happy about. And so I wouldn't necessarily like give that to Gemini, but I digress. The fact that it's done querying, it's actually made it very useful. And so I've used Siri for a handful of things, like look at my messages for when my wife talked about this, or my mom mentioned that. I know there was something about this, or I missed something, or there was an airline itinerary that was sent that I missed. It's helpful for Siri to look into those things and just pull it right up and bring it up to you. That's very nice. And then on top of that, to have the full-fledged, what you would come to expect from like ChatGPT, AI, like agentic world type knowledge, you know, baked into your phone, baked into Siri right then and there. And the fact that, you know, the Siri app lives on your phone and it's synced across your devices as well. So I have it on my Mac, I have it on my iPad. Very, very nice experience so far. It's kind of really matured and brought the whole Siri thing to a head as far as like where the other agentic AI agents have been regarding Google, Gemini, and ChatGPT, stuff like that, but done so in a way where it's very personal and very private. And so I do like those things. And then not to mention just all the little, like what I would call gimmicky things, like the wallpaper. That was actually a photo that I took of a waterfall, and then I had it stylized in like this like coloring book type thing, and then I actually expanded it out a bit. And so that's based off a real photo, which is pretty cool. Again, not like amazing. It's not like, oh, I'd go and upgrade to a phone so you can do that. Like, I could live without those things genuinely. The real benefit is, number one, I think the stability and the smoothness of iOS 27. That's been above and beyond like the best feature. Everything looks different. It looks better in my opinion. A lot of people aren't a fan of those like black borders around things. I think it looks better, it runs more smoothly. It's very power efficient for a first developer beta, extremely power efficient. The AI stuff is kind of just the cherry on top. And so I'm one of those crazy guys that actually installed the developer beta on my main phone, and I use it every day. I use it for work. I use it like this is my main only phone that I have. And yeah, it's been just fine, honestly. It's been fine. I do this normally every summer. I'll install the beta. I usually wait for the public beta. I'll install the beta and then it's just a terrible summer of bugs. So far, it's not been the case. We'll see what happens with developer beta 2 and 3 and so on. I might hop to public beta. If it gets bad enough, I can just always wipe it and revert back. But so far, I've really enjoyed the experience. I am just cautious with a little asterisk about where Apple goes with all this AI stuff. You know, with great power comes great responsibility.
You serious? You're fired.
So that's an important thing to know, is that when you're handing all your data over to an AI agent, that's kind of powerful. And this whole Siri thing is different in the fact that Google and ChatGPT are like external, so you sign into them and you can feed them data. Google a little more has like hands in the pie when it comes to like email integration and stuff like that, and things behind the scenes, your sign-in account and stuff like that. So you have to like go to them to interface. This is like baked right in. And so you can technically opt out of a lot of these things. But the fact that it just kind of plops into your world where all your messages, your calls, your people, your family, your photos, your emails, everything, your browsing, all of that is like now aggregated as the data set on here. And so you have your own personalized AI system. Again, very cool in theory, but we live in a broken world. Screws fall out all the time.
Screws fall out all the time. The world's an imperfect place.
I could see there being issues down the road. And so I'm a little bit cautious about that going forward. I'm still going to be looking into it. I'm still going to be testing it. I'm still going to be using it. It's not enough for me to like run away from it or be afraid of it. But these things they're just there to be aware of. And if you're like, I need to upgrade my phone, but I want a new phone, but I don't want to use the AI stuff, like you can turn that off. You can go into your settings, you can turn off Siri, and then when you turn it back on, there's kind of like 3 layers to Siri. Like if you have Siri off, that's the first layer. Siri on is like the basic, the Siri that we've had all this time, just for timers and alarms and things like that. And then this newer AI version of Siri is like the 3rd layer. And so you can kind of pick which one inside of there. The Siri that we've always had, you can just leave it at that. And I did leave it at that for a few days just to kind of see the difference. I get value out of the new AI Siri, but we'll see what happens with everything going forward. I'm not super big on all of that stuff happening. You know, not to mention, I think it does actually slow down. Siri has gotten a little bit slower at the basic things like setting a reminder. Like for example, I tried the real world example. We're gonna do this live in real time. We'll see if it's actually improved, because I tried to do this the other day with setting a reminder when I got home. And normally Siri's able to just do that, no big deal. This took a little bit longer. It's like it had to process through the new AI thing. So I'm gonna try this here real quick. Remind me when I get home to email Eric.
I've added a reminder to email Eric
Okay.
when you arrive at home.
So maybe it did it faster. When I did it the other day, it was like thinking and thinking and thinking, and I canceled it out. And then I just did it manually. And so I don't know if there's just a bug. Again, it's a developer beta. Ideally, you don't want an increase in speed along with the increase in function. You want it to stay the same as we've always had. Siri's been great at those basic things, but getting better. And so that's a good thing. But anyway, that's going to be my summary for now for this week after week 1 of running the iOS 27 developer beta. All these new fresh Siri AI features. Very cool stuff, but definitely some very interesting things that we need to keep an eye on regarding security, safety, privacy, all those things. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for subscribing, and I will see you in the next one.